This tutorial is going to cover adding products on with a tax registered merchant. So the first thing we need to do is we need to set this merchant to be tax registered. So if we go to setup and we go to tax rate setup and we select yes for tax registered, we can then enter a tax registration number for the merchant, and as previously shown, we can add or delete tax rates, edit tax rates as need be. For now we're just going to leave the defaults. So if we save that and then go back to the main menu, we can select admin, and that brings up the admin menu. Select product setup, and we're going to insert a new product. So if we enter a product ID, this is the IDs that you will be using currently in your store, and a description. We can enter a bin location if we're using bin locations. You don't have to enter bin location. You can select a supplier by just clicking the supplier field and selecting a supplier from the list. And similarly with the department, you can select one of the departments from the list. Additional info, if you require, this will be prompted when you sell the product, where you can enter serial number, warranty, expiry date, contract number, etc. We'll cover that in a later tutorial on ePOS. You can set the product to reorderable. If it's a one-off product, you'd set this to no. If it's reorderable, you can set that to yes. And then you have the switch that enables you to set whether this product is taxable or not. So we're going to make this yes, and what that does is that prompts the tax rate selection screen field, where you click in the tax rate field, and this will bring up a list of tax rates for this that you can select that you previously set in the system. So we're going to say it's 20%. There's an inactive button. Now what the inactive button does is this sets the product to inactive. Although it displays on the list still, it shows it as inactive, and the user can't sell the product through the ePOS system. Back to the top of the screen, we have the unique system ID that will be allocated to this product once it's saved, the stock quantity, which is currently 0, and an image field for this product. So if we select anywhere in the image field and browse for an image, unfortunately we don't have any product images in here, but we use one of the Windows default images. On the right hand side we have a number of buttons which are disabled and greyed out because we haven't saved the product for the first time. These will become enabled once we've saved it. Similarly with the delete button. The delete button differs from inactive in that this merely shows the product as inactive, but you can reactivate the product and continue then selling it, whereas the delete button will delete it from the list permanently. These similarly will become active once we save the product. So if we go ahead and save the product, the system has allocated it the next available unique ID number. The 0 stock currently, because we haven't updated that, but we have enabled these buttons here. Now we currently don't have the label button enabled, as there is no label printer attached to the system. But if we go ahead and add some stock, so if we click the add stock button, and this brings up the standard keypad for the system. You'll see this quite a bit through various screens. If you just want to close this screen without making any changes, then just press close. So we'll go back into adding some stock. So if we add some stock here, so if we add 30, now notice that the stock increments by 0.01, or can be incremented by 0.01, as the system is designed to enable you to sell by weight of product as well, or by partial product. So if we click enter, and you'll see the stock's been added. If you go to pricing now, this is the where you can set the purchase pricing and the sale pricing for the product. So the first switch that you see is the purchase pricing inclusive of tax. So if you buy the product from the supplier including tax, then you would switch this to yes, and that will then remove the tax display, and it will calculate the gross just purely and simply based on the cost price. If you switch this to no, then the tax will be calculated based on the net cost price you're going to enter here. There's an ability to set price breaks for the product. So if your supplier gives you price breaks at a certain volume, you can enter the volume, and then you can enter the particular price beyond which, beyond the volume value, which you're getting this new price. And this affects the way that the cost price is calculated, as it's based on an average price. So it might be unusual and not applicable to your particular solution, but for now we're just going to set this to 0. So we're going to give this a cost price of £5. Probably better to give it a price of £5.20. And you'll see that the tax is being calculated based on the tax rate that you set in the previous screen for this product from the supplier. So it's going to add £1.04 to the gross, to the net value to get your gross value. So the cost price is £6.24, which is shown down here. So if we then move on to the pricing calculation, the sale price, the retail price of the product, you can use this switch to set the pricing calculation automatically based on a value you set when you set the suppliers up. So if you set the suppliers to a multiply value or a percentage margin value, then the cost price here would be multiplied by that value or increased by the percentage margin value, and that would show up in the price here, added to tax, and then that would that would be displayed as the retail price. For now, we're going to cover that in a future tutorial, but for now we're going to set this to no, and we're going to manually enter a price for this product. So if we say it's going to be £9, and you'll see that the tax applicable for this product is £1.80, based on, once again, the tax rate set in the previous screen, and so that displays as total value in the retail price field. So what we have is the cost price of the item, so that's the price that you expect to be charged by your supplier. And as previously mentioned, if you've got tax breaks, then this will be an average based on those tax breaks. And then we have the retail price. This is the price you expect to sell this product to the customer. So go right ahead and save that. And we can look now in the barcode screen. And in the barcode screen we have the product ID and description. And we have a couple of barcodes already in the system, and these have been auto-generated by the system. One is a system number, which is incremented by 1 every time a new product is added. Starts at 6 ones and goes up by 1 every time you add one. And then the other barcode that has been added is one based upon the product ID that you gave it. So these have already been generated and can be printed as separate labels if you have a label printer attached. If you used to add a barcode, you merely go to the barcode field and you can scan the barcode or enter it manually. You click add, and that adds the barcode. If you wish to edit a barcode, you select the barcode that you wish to edit. You go into the barcode field and edit it as normal and press the update button. If you wish to delete a barcode, if you select the barcode and press delete, this will prompt you so that you don't accidentally delete the product, barcode. So if we confirm yes, and that's deleted the barcode. So that's setting up products or tax rate, products with tax rate in the Parktronic PT200 store management and ePOS solution.